As a component of the Sesmeri collection, the Emma Cornelia Cookbook manuscript provides insight of the culinary totality of the mid-18th century time period. In fact, the cookbook manuscript transcends qualities as one would discover in the modern cookbook today. Like any other cookbook, it contains recipes that are broken into categories such as meats, breakfasts, and desserts, but it also contains a list of miscellaneous recipes that you will not find in a modern cookbook, which includes recipes for such things as cologne, pomade, hair tonic, and remedies for illnesses and injuries. Page 158 of the text contains a recipe that was written in 1862 consisting of ingredients to make peach sauce, which was primarily applied when eating roast meat, poultry, and game. I found this document very interesting because I had never heard of peach sauce. In fact, I didn't even know there were other fruit sauces besides cranberry sauce and applesauce. I also found it to be very interesting that the recipes in the cookbook manuscript did not even belong to Emma Cornelia Ricketson. For this reason, it can be inferred that this cookbook manuscript was presented to more of a personal audience of hers, that being relatives or even close friends. Many similarities were evident in the two recipes. The ingredients and instruction for both of the recipes systematize a fluent guide to cooking preparations, and the straightforwardness of the language used in the recipes publicize that these recipes are easy enough to follow that they can also be used today. The significant differences of the two recipes are very apparent through the way each cookbook is written, and also the audiences they pertain to. Marion Harland, It's All in a Jar seems to pertain to a public audience, as it is printed and mass-produced to be sold. The Emma Cornelia Ricketson cookbook manuscript is presented to a private audience. Significant differences of the two recipes are very apparent through the way of each of the two cookbooks are written, and also the audiences they pertain to. Marion Harland's It's All in a Jar assumes to pertain to a public audience because as it rhetorically advertises its Hazel Atlas mason jars, it also includes a printed mass-produced guide to preserving that is assumed to be included with your purchase of mason jars. On the other hand, Emma Cornelia Ricketson's cookbook pertains to more of a private audience, as mentioned before. As you can see, not just only in the peach sauce recipe, but each recipe throughout the entire cookbook is prettily written in cursive, and although the recipes included in the cookbook did not belong to Miss Ricketson, it can definitely be assumed that there is a personal connection from Miss Ricketson to the owner of each recipe, seeing that she took the time to prettily print each recipe. Conclusively, the Emma Cornelia Ricketson cookbook manuscript has very noticeable similarities and differences to the Marion Harland's It's All in a Jar preserving guide. Miss Ricketson's cookbook manuscript also carries many similarities as you would find in a modern cookbook today, as it lists ingredients and categorizes recipes accordingly. All in all, the Emma Cornelia Ricketson cookbook manuscript provides a great insight of the more personal journal-like cookbook, and also what you might have found as a typical cookbook to resemble of her time.